Hey guys, it's Brianne from the Hoppy Doxy, and I'm here with part 2 of my tutorial for the Nativity Scene stocking holder sign. This tutorial is going to go over weeding and applying the vinyl, as well as adding the hardware to turn it into a sign and a stocking holder. So if you haven't checked out part 1 yet, I will link that in the description. Make sure you watch that first. And then I also wanted to let you know that I do have both versions of the SVG available for you, and I will put a description or a comment in the description to tell you how to get that for free. I have both the 36-inch long by 8-inch tall version that I used for my sign in the tutorial, and I use a Cameo 3 cutting off the mat to do that. But I also made one that is 23.5 inches long for Cricut users, which will allow you to cut with the 24-inch Cricut mat so that you can cut it all in one piece on a shorter sign. So go ahead and check out the description for information on how to get that. And if you have any comments, let me know. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hoppy Crafting! Back, and we have you can't see it at all because it's white, but I cut out the vinyl decal and trimmed it down, and now I'm going to weed it. So since this is just getting transferred right onto the sheet, I just have to weed the whole thing. And so I'll start in this corner for my weeding tools. I just have a Cricut picker. And then I use sewing needles, the thicker ones like this, and I don't put them in a pencil or anything. I just use these thicker needles. Start on this corner over here. There's another star. If it wasn't for these stars, it probably would peel up very easy and satisfyingly. So something that you can do too, let me fold that so it sticks, is you can take some chalk, in this case I like to use orange, and go over it to see the lines. And normally I wouldn't do that because most of this is going to peel, but if you can see, the glare is pretty bad, but there's an O there. But I think I'm going to do that just so I know where the stars are. You can kind of feel them too, but I don't want to leave any of them on the vinyl. If I can avoid recutting stuff, I will. Because it's chalk, it rubs off really easy. It won't stain the vinyl, which is good. That's why you want to use chalk. It helps a lot when you're doing black vinyl if you go over it with white. Okay, I think that's it for our stars. So now we'll go back to peeling. And I put this back down right over this star. There we go. So as you're going through, because there's a lot of extra vinyl, you can cut it so that it doesn't cause any issues with sticking to stuff if you want to. There's another star. I already missed it. These stars are just going to be a pain in my side. I think I will make them larger on the cut file for everyone. Okay, so let's keep going on this side. You want to try and keep the sticky stuff facing up so that it doesn't stick to your vinyl. And pull up. Just not, this stuff's really, really sticky. Welcome to the tutorial on what not to do. But hey, we all have to go through it and you will learn from my mistakes. So in this case, this guy is trying to stick to itself. There. Okay, since this is causing me so much issue and it is so big, I think what I'm gonna do is try and work on half of it at a time by trimming my vinyl as I go and only doing the top half first. So we'll see how that works. Make sure I'm in the view for you. Here's another star, so we'll make sure that that one stays down. Everything weeded, and I have my sign which has the 3 layers of black gloss over it, and now I need to transfer the vinyl onto my sign. So for this step I need some chalk. This is just orange chalk, it doesn't matter what color. I'm going to use a dry erase marker. Any marker is fine. I like dry erase just because I can reuse it. A ruler of some sort that can measure out the length of your board, and then a straight edge for drawing straight lines. You'll also need some sort of burnishing tools to transfer your vinyl down. I prefer the plastic scraper, but I do use this little one from Cricut as well. So the first thing we're going to do is measure out the size of our board and find the center. So my board is 36 inches and half of that is 18. So I'm going to find the 18-inch mark and I'm going to make a mark with my chalk. I'm going to do this 3 different places on the board to make sure that my line is straight. If you make a mistake, you can just erase it. Oops, this isn't drawing right where I need it to. There we go. And then another one. If you have a measuring tape, like a metal one, that works better, but this is just what I had, so I grabbed it. Okay, so now I have 3 lines. Let me move this closer to see the lines a little bit better. Sorry, the glare is bad. But I have the 3 lines, so I'm going to take my straight edge and I'm just going to lightly draw a line at the top and the bottom. You can go all the way through if you want, and it will erase easily. So then the next thing you need is the contact paper or transfer sheets. Let me move this back up again. And I just cut 2 small pieces that wants to roll on me, so let me roll it the other way. But I just cut 2 small pieces so that I can not use as much in the length of my paper. It's not cooperating quite as well as I want it to because it's the very end of the roll. Now with my contact paper, I just need to get it covered over the vinyl, and I want to get it covered smoothly as possible, but I don't need to worry about lining it up too much because we're going to draw some lines on it. So I'm just going to release a little bit, and I already know that the sheet, because these are 18-inch rolls, I need a little bit more over the center, so I'll move this so you can see it. So I'm just going to line this up so that it covers my vinyl, and press it down. And then I'm going to use my scraper and just smooth it back and forth, and then remove a little bit of the vinyl at a time. And this just helps to get a nice smooth line on your vinyl. Get it all transferred, then we want to cover it with the plastic sheet so we can turn it around, or with the backing from the contact paper, and figure out the middle again. So now I'm going to do it again just so I can find my lines again. And I'm going to line everything up. It's a little bit easier to see now that that solid backing isn't done. And then I can pinch it here in the middle and down below to get the rough center. And then I'm going to take my straight edge and my dry erase marker, and I'm going to line up those two marks where I pinched to represent my center. Now I'm marking on the transfer sheet. I'm not marking on my design. So now I can line it up with the chalk mark and just eyeball it to make sure everything looks like it's nice and centered, and it is. So now the last step is to make sure that we get it nice and even on the bottom, and that for me is just going to be eyeballing it. So what I'm going to do is take out these two lines. Now if you used one solid sheet of contact paper, when you take the backing off to transfer it, then cut it in half when you do this so that you can pull these apart in the center, and just pull a little bit back and fold it. We're going to work one side at a time, so this side we're going to leave folded as well. And then we're going to put this up, and the folds are going to let it hover a bit. And we're going to line it up on our lines, and if our lines are straight up and down, then this should also be straight. But I want to make sure I get it where I want along the bottom. And I want it pretty close to the bottom of my board, but not off. Okay, so that looks good. I'm going to make sure everything is lined up on the center, and then I'm just going to push right in the middle, and I'm going to use this. And this is going to anchor it. And then I'm going to work on one side to the other. I can erase my dry erase marker now so it doesn't get on my arms. And then just like we did to take it off, I'm going to pull and scrape. And I'm going to go very slow because this is very sticky. And I don't want any bubbles. Oh, and I have to make sure that I'm not forgetting about our letters. Okay, here is our sign with all of the vinyl applied to it. I've got it kind of scoot back so you can see all of it in its glory. If you can see up close, I put a glitter vinyl for the star over the manger. It's white-ish with some silver glitter in it just to give it a little bit of an accent. So the next thing we need to do is just finish the sign. Because I use 651 permanent vinyl, it doesn't need to be sealed, but if you use something like a removable vinyl, you can certainly seal it. Extreme Protection is the best product for sealing wood, but Bright Tone works just fine if you don't have Extreme Protection. So the next thing to finish it off is to put the hardware on it.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, let me know, and happy crafting!